Hello, everybody. Here at One Hit Thunder, we're committed to creating the best experience for our listeners. To help us learn more about you and what you want to hear, please head to surveymonkey.com/r/FPZY5JQ to take a short survey. Your feedback helps us improve the show and supports the sponsors who make this show possible. As a thank you, you'll be entered into our monthly drawing to win one of two $50 gift cards. If you want a chance to win one, go ahead and grab a pen and jot down this address: surveymonkey.com/r/FPZY5JQ. And thanks for helping us grow the show.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included.
Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most.
Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber, connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
This summer, serve up the cookout classics, Kraft mayo and dressing. Toss green salads with delicious ranch dressing or zesty Italian. Serve smooth, craveably creamy potato salads with mayo. We all know it's not a cookout without Kraft.
In 2003, the Danish pop duo Junior Senior took the world by storm with their irresistible dance song, Move Your Feet. Accompanied by a perfect animated music video, Jesper and Jeppe's introduction to the ears of millions seemed to position them for an enormous career. They were collaborating with everyone from the B-52s to the Looney Tunes and raising the spirits of anyone who stumbled across their music. By 2008, however, they called it quits, never to reunite, even after the song took on a life of its own in countless movies and TV shows over the course of the past decade. If Junior Senior wouldn't have broken up, would we all be moving our feet and feeling a little more united right now? Stay tuned to find out.
One hit is all you need to make the money guaranteed, and you can live off royalties forever. And it makes me wonder, is it just a wonder, or is it one hit thunder?
Matt, something I came across in preparing for this episode, and I don't know if it was hyperbole or not, but I saw back in 2003 that San Francisco's Sunday Chronicle called the song Move Your Feet its single of the year for 2003 and called it the best song ever.
I saw that too.
I love this song. I've loved it from the first time I heard it. And then I've been thinking about that for pretty much all day today. I don't personally think it's the best song ever, but I do think there's an argument for that.
Yeah. There's something about this song, right? Where it's like, I mean, let's put our cards on the table. We're talking about a song that never even touched the Billboard Hot 100.
Number 94. Yeah, it did.
Okay, it did. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because everybody knows this song.
Yeah.
Like, I would be hard pressed to find someone who doesn't know this song. But unlike a lot of the other songs that I can think of from this general time period, not the specific year, but like in this ballpark, I think of like Justin Timberlake, Can't Stop a Feelin', or even something we've done in the past, like Shut Up and Dance from Walk the Moon, like these dance anthems that feel like they'll never go away. This song has never become grating to me in the way that a lot of those other songs do, where it's like, I enjoy this song as much the 300th time I've heard it as I did the first time I heard it.
Yeah, I think in defense of calling it the best song ever, that first of all, it is so uplifting and so fun and makes you want to dance. And the part of it that I think supports this being the best song ever is that lyric, everybody move your feet and feel united. I think that is such a positive message. And I mean, couldn't we all take something away from that? Just the fact, or just the feeling that music can unite everybody and put our differences aside and just enjoy this music. That's kind of what music should be all about.
Yeah. we're going to get spiritual for a second, which is wild 2 minutes into a junior senior episode. But I've talked about this before, that I remember listening to a podcast where a rabbi was explaining what God is in the Jewish religion. And he said, God is the unspoken thing in nature that unites us all. And his example was, God is what makes you feel connected and full of joy when you're in a room with people dancing. And this was the lyric I immediately thought of.
Yeah, I mean, it's when I play music, I don't know if I necessarily expect people to dance the same way they would dance to Move Your Feet by Junior Senior to music that I create. But if people are enjoying it and they feel a collective unity with the people they're with and they want to move their body to it, that's the greatest thing in the world. Whether you're an audience member, which I am often, or you're the person creating the music, which I've been many times in my life, that is the most you can ask for music. And I'm sure whether it's dancing or if you're all collectively experiencing an artist perform a sad song or a song that conveys some other emotion, just the unity of that experience. So to tie it back, like calling this the best song ever, you could turn your nose up to that and laugh at it. I think San Francisco's Sunday Chronicle in 2003 may have been on to something.
They may have been on to something, man. And this song, there's no chance that anybody listening has never heard of this. The first page of their Wikipedia is just all of the things that this song appeared in almost immediately out the gate. It was in Dance Dance Revolution and the Just Dance Wii game. It was in White Chicks. It was in Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. It was in How to Eat Fried Worms, that beloved movie. It was in Looney Tunes Back in Action. It was just in so much content all in just 1 year. It was in commercials for stuff. I had someone tell me that the only version they really knew was from the Trolls movies, which is really sad if that's true. But, this song is a banger, whether it's being sung by Junior Senior or Anna Kendrick, I guess, as a little troll named Poppy.
I remember experiencing the music video. Maybe the first time I heard the song was watching the music video that went along with it. And I'm trying to think back because this is 2003. And I remember this going hand in hand from the world of me loving Homestar Runner. And seeing this music video, which fit real nicely in there. But I don't know where I saw it because this is pre-YouTube. So it had to be somewhere on the internet that I'm seeing this music video. But I do remember watching it and being like, this is such a good music video. Yeah. Anyone who happens to have never seen this music video, maybe pause the episode and take 3 minutes and watch it. It's very much in the style of old school 8-bit video games. And it's so much fun. It's such a joy to watch. It perfectly complements the song. And this is a point I want to make as we get further into this episode, that they do a good job with their music videos. And there were even songs where I listened to their entire discography because it's not that big. It's only a couple.
It's 2 albums and some EPs.
Yeah. So I experienced some songs where I'm like, I don't know if I like this that much, but then watch the music video and I'm like, oh, wait a second, I like this now because the music video is so fun. So they did a good job of that. I want to go back to the beginning though. Junior Senior are a Danish pop duo of Jesper Junior Mortensen, who is the guy who sings the main hook, the everybody, but he also plays guitar, keyboards, bass, drums, percussion. really plays it all. And then the other guy, I found out the pronunciation of his name, Matt, but I have to hear what your pronunciation of his name is.
Is this Jeep Larson?
Jeep. It's spelled Jeppe. No, it is not Jeep, Matt. It is Jeppe. Jeppe.
Jeppe?
Jeppe.
I would have never gotten there.
Yeah.
Here's
that he is senior.
That is,
he is senior, by the way. Jeppe Senior Larson. And I'm going to talk more about him later. He's the guy who does like the verses of this song.
Yeah. Here's the thing that blew my mind, Chris, because you sent me a video. You sent me a video of them performing on Top of the Pops.
Right.
And it's an awesome performance. Let's just get that out right out the gate. Watch the Top of the Pops performance. It's a delightful performance. And you made a comment where you said it's real easy to figure out which one's junior and which one's senior because you see these two dudes and it looks like a father and son up there performing.
I meant more just in there. One guy's like a little guy and one guy's like a big guy. That's all.
Yeah.
I wasn't basing it on age. I thought you were going to tell me that junior was actually older than senior, which why not? They're both like younger guys in the music video. Or I mean, in the performance. And also, yes, watch the Top of the Pops performance. It's great. It's great because you could tell the crowd around them all know the song. They're singing along. They're dancing. And it is like a song where you could sing along maybe the first time you heard it. By the third time you're hearing the chorus, you can sing along. But
because also Junior has such a cool voice for this song.
Yeah.
I think that Junior's voice, like, I think if you or I sung that hook, it would not be like Junior's voice is part of the magic sauce of what makes this song work, I think.
Yeah, and Senior, an amazing songwriter, and we'll get into that later. But Senior, not really a good singer. I watched studio footage of them, and he sings not that well, but is an amazing songwriter. So that's why he's doing this sort of like almost rapped verses. But I wanted to ask you if you know Top of the Pops, obviously that's a UK show, but wasn't that the show where they famously, or as you always like to misuse this word, infamously, Matt,
yeah.
Didn't they make Nirvana like play along to a track and Nirvana made a mockery of it? But on this,
they did.
On this junior senior performance, they're playing live.
I was trying to figure this out while I was watching the video because that ran through my head as well. I'm like, isn't this the place where you have to like essentially lip sync no matter what? Mm-hmm. No, I don't know if that like changed by the 2000s and that wasn't the case anymore, but I clocked that too.
I would assume that it got to a point where maybe Nirvana, why I was asking is I thought you were going to tell me like, oh yeah, once Nirvana did that, then people realized the ridiculousness of making people lip sync on the show and bands started actually playing live. But regardless, they're playing live. They sound great. People were having a blast. That was actually, their performance of Move Your Feet was actually their third appearance on Top of the Pops, which I thought was pretty shocking that they didn't know that Move Your Feet was the hit from the get-go.
Yeah.
That they came on there and played like Shake Your Coconuts, which
they really tried to push that. And that song's fine, but I listened to the first album and a little bit of the second album and I enjoyed it enough. But yeah, you listen to that first album, the Move Your Feet is the standout track that shows up on that record.
I was actually shocked. Now, this album we're talking about, their first album, which is called Don't Stop the Beat, that came out in 2002. I was shocked. I guess I didn't know two things. First of all, why did I loved Move Your Feet. Why didn't I go further than Move Your Feet? I'm asking myself the question because I absolutely love that song, have always loved that song, but never went past that. That's actually scary to me to think that me who loves music didn't do that. How many people out there may have liked the song by my band and never checked out one other song ever, or any artist? Why did I not go deeper? And that's one weird thing. But then the second thing I thought was surprising was, I guess I was expecting more of a like Daft Punk album or something.
That's 100%. So it was my choice for us to do this one. And it was literally because I had my Spotify playlist on shuffle and the song came on. And I thought the same thing as you. Like, I've loved this song for over 2 decades and I've never taken the time to listen to a single other song by this band. So let's just dive in. I was fully prepared for this to be more Daft Punky. I was prepared for it to be like sample heavy with like, you know, sparse vocals, and it could not be further from that.
It's really like 60s throwback garagey and surfy. I just did in Move Your Feet. I guess there are some elements of that in Move Your Feet, but yeah, I expected and maybe the fact that I thought it was going to be Daft Punk. Now, I like Daft Punk, but it wasn't until later in life that I was like, oh, I'm going to check out their whole albums. And I like that Discovery album. It's amazing. And, but maybe around this era, if I just assumed something wasn't in the world of like punk music or something, that I wasn't going to like anything beyond the song I know, I don't know. But yes, there were other singles on this album. Now, I brought up Shake Your Coconuts, which is also on the Looney Tunes Back in Action soundtrack. Now, did you know this movie, Matt? This seems like right up your alley.
Of course I knew. I saw this movie in theaters.
Oh, wow. Why did Looney Tunes fall out of fashion so hard? Because I have a lot to say about this. First thing, we'll keep it related to Junior Senior. The music video for Shake Your Coconuts is them. It's like kind of 60s-ish looking, and they're playing, in front of a bunch of dancing people. Think in the style of, Mike Myers movie,
Oh, Austin
Powers. Yeah. I don't know why I blanked on that. But it's one of those music videos that features like clips of the Looney Tunes movie in between. And I thought it was kind of strange, Matt, that don't you think Shake Your Coconuts? I mean, even the name of the song, Shake Your Coconuts, is kind of like innuendo-ish.
Yeah, I guess Put 'Em on the Glass wasn't available for the movie.
I guess, but dude, I mean, even beyond the name of the song, Shake Your Coconuts, which could mean a couple different things depending on what you call your coconuts, but also the lyrics in that song are, come on in, hang your coats, eat our chips. Come on, we've got loads. Shake your coconuts, Cocoa Boys, until the nut comes out. Come on, Cocoa Girls. Those are literally the lyrics of it. I'm like, wow, this is a little risque for the Looney Tunes movie. So I saw, when I'm watching the music video, I'm seeing clips. I obviously never saw this, but I was seeing here and there, I'm seeing Marvin the Martian. And I remember there being a real Marvin the Martian renaissance at one point. Like, people were really feeling Marvin the Martian. But he must have really fallen out of fashion, because in 2008, Warner Brothers announced plans for a live action / animated movie, I guess like Roger Rabbit style, where Mike Myers was the voice of Marvin and Christopher Lee played Santa Claus. And it was going to be about Marvin trying to destroy the Earth during Christmas by becoming a competitor of Santa, but then being prevented from accomplishing this goal when Santa wraps him inside of a gift box. And it was originally scheduled for an October 2011 release, but the movie was later taken off the schedule and no word has been heard since. But they did leak some test footage in 2012. And then also, I'm sure you remember, Matt, about like the Will Forte movie, the Wile E. Coyote Will Forte movie?
Which is coming out in August this year now, finally.
It is coming out.
It is official. Someone else bought the film off of Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I mean, Will Forte really believes in that movie from what I've seen. He was really bummed that it wasn't coming out. Let me ask you this. Why, in your opinion, did Looney Tunes fall so out of fashion? Because think about all the animated movies that have come out are just random things. They all seem to be huge successes. Like even these like random ass. What's the thing where Mark Maron does the voice of the snake? You know.
The bad guys.
Bad guys, and like what the hell is that? That's just a random thing.
Yeah.
It seems like kids will like anything animated and funny. Why not? Why did Looney Tunes become so uncool?
I don't know if it ever became uncool. What I think genuinely happened was when you and I were growing up, Nickelodeon owned a lot of those Looney Tunes properties, and they would play Looney Tunes constantly on Nickelodeon. I remember that was like one of the after school things I would put on in elementary school and even in middle school when I had to stay at my grandmom's until my parents were done work. And then I think probably somewhere along the lines, they realized it was really expensive to pay for the copyrights or the syndication rights for a show they didn't own when they had built this giant library of shows that they did own. So then it was like, well, why should we pay however much a year to show Looney Tunes when we have 200 episodes of Rugrats that we can play whenever the hell we want? And I think it just stopped being like in front of kids like that. And also you go into streaming, like, you know, I do think we say it a lot, but there is a lot of truth to like, there is no monoculture. So like me taking my Looney Tunes DVDs and making Barb's kids watch them is not going to shift the needle on kids giving a shit about Looney Tunes. It might just make one of those 3 kids maybe be like, oh, Looney Tunes is kind of cool. You know what I mean? Like it's too hard to like make a bunch of people care about a thing again. But I'm hoping that Coyote versus Acme is a big deal. They did a Looney Tunes movie like 2 years ago that nobody saw, but it was fantastic. It's called The Day the Earth Blew Up, and it was a Porky Pig Daffy Duck adventure.
Okay.
And it was really, really good. It was just a throwback to what you loved about Looney Tunes.
Okay, but to bring this back to Junior Senior a little bit, this song Shake Your Coconuts, they made a music video featuring clips from the Looney Tunes movie in it. And I don't know, man. I know Move Your Feet is a fun song with like a fun music video, but there's something about what the choice, I guess it would be hard to turn down. You got to imagine they're getting some money to do this, to make this music video and do whatever. It'd be very hard in that situation to turn it down. But there's something just, I don't know, maybe that was a little bit of a misstep. Like in wanting like the cool factor of your band, like taking it away from something like from the indie world and making it more like, now all of a sudden I'm thinking of watch this music video and I'm thinking of, instead of thinking of Junior Senior as something like, I don't know, MGMT or, you know.
We can even talk about right now in our world. I think that one of the lamest things I've ever seen is that Yellow Card did a song with Blippi.
Right. Where does the coolness factor lie? I mean, we're trying to like decide what makes a kid show. Like I would be on Sesame Street in a second. I would have been on Mr. Rogers in a second, you know? So maybe these guys have kids and their kids like Blippi and they're like, oh, damn, our kids will think it's the coolest if we do a song with Blippi. So I can't really judge
100%
too hard on that.
I can't judge Yellow Card, but I'm saying like, I think that is the same as like if Junior Senior had done an exclusive music video on Homestar Runner's website in 2004, there couldn't have been a cooler move for that band to have made at that. You know what I mean? Like
I got a trivia question.
Difference.
Trivia question for you. Uh-oh. What band did do that? Exclusive music video on Homestar Runner.
It feels like a They Might Be Giants move to me.
You're right. It was They Might Be Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds right to me.
Hey there, One Hit Thunder listeners. Are you ready to take your music to the next level? Well, get ready to rock because this episode is brought to you by DistroKid, the ultimate digital music distribution service for artists like you. With DistroKid, you can easily upload your songs or albums to online stores and streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music, reaching fans all around the globe. But that's just the beginning. DistroKid offers a ton of awesome features like Hyperfollow, which helps you promote your releases and get pre-saves on your songs all for free. But wait, there's more. The DistroKid app is now available on iOS and Android. With the app, you can manage your releases, track your streaming stats, and even withdraw your earnings, all from the palm of your hand. And for those looking to perfect their sound, check out Mixia. This powerful tool allows you to put the finishing touches on your tracks in minutes, ensuring they sound polished and professional every time. But that's not all. DistroKid has just launched a brand new feature called Instant Share, allowing you to easily share large files securely with collaborators, producers, and more. With Instant Share, you can keep your music streaming at the highest quality while making the best impression possible. So what are you waiting for? Elevate your music career today with DistroKid and unlock a world of possibilities. Possibilities that I know all about because I've been using DistroKid for years. It's seriously great. If you haven't used it before, you're going to love it. And One Hit Thunder listeners get an exclusive offer, 30% off your first year with DistroKid by signing up at distrokid.com/VIP/OneHitThunder. That's distrokid.com/VIP/OneHitThunder.
Do you ever want to shake Corey Matthews or DJ Tanner and be like, ugh, your life is so easy? Well, mine wasn't. Hi, I'm Holly Brown, and Everybody Knows But Me is a narrative podcast about my chaotic childhood, full of family secrets, dark comedy, and shocking revelations, all told through my love of 90s sitcoms. So grab your Beanie Babies and get ready for a show that belongs in the TGIF Hall of Fame. Subscribe to Everybody Knows But Me wherever you get your podcasts.
Put down that smartphone and listen to me. I'm Matthew Milligan, professional musician and lifelong Weird Al fan. Each week, I'm joined by professional podcaster and close personal friend Matt Kelly to take a dive off the deep end into the vast career of pop culture icon Weird Al Yankovic on our show, Weird Algorithm. Along with some very special guests from the worlds of music and comedy, we tackle every song, every television appearance, and every bit of sketch comedy Al has produced in chronological order, covering the good old days of My Bologna and Eat It, the fun zone of tacky and white and nerdy, and everything in between. As we go, we're ranking the songs, albums, and music videos in the hopes of creating the ultimate guide to a career bigger than the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. So the next time you're having one of those days, stuck in a traffic jam, wondering why does this always happen to me, just kick off your sneakers and stick around for a while because we've got it all on Weird Algorithm, available wherever you get your podcasts. And now you know. Was that enough references?
Junior Senior had 3 singles from this album: Shake Your Coconuts, Move Your Feet, and the other single was Rhythm Bandits, which I think might be the first song on the album. And it's fun.
Well, the first song I think is called I'm Junior, He's Senior, or something like that, where they're just introducing themselves.
Right. Maybe it's the first real song or whatever. But this Rhythm Bandit song, This is a song I'm talking about where I had the album playing. I was packing up some I think punchline orders I had to pack up, and I'm listening to the album last night. I'm like, I don't really like this. I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like trying because I really want to like it. But then today I'm watching all the music videos and I'm like, oh, now that I'm watching the music video along with it, now I like it. Now it's like this funny green screen video of and a bunch of classic footage of people break dancing and 70s and 80s old school footage, and then them green screen into it. I'm like, oh, now the visuals are making me enjoy the audio part of it.
And I think that we might be tapping into what was part of the potential downfall for Junior Senior, is that in 1990, in the 90s, when music videos were very prevalent, it helped a lot. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But now they're coming out just as MTV is starting to die. So their music videos are definitely not getting played. And sometimes that visual aspect does help. A question that I would ask is I love the Gorillaz. Would the Gorillaz have been as immediately successful if they didn't happen to drop their music videos just before MTV really fully disappeared?
This is a really interesting question because, like I said, that Move Your Feet peaked at number 94 on August 23rd of 2003. And granted, much higher in lots of other countries, European countries. There were certain, I forget where, somewhere it went to number 4. It was much more popular
in their home of Denmark.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Much more popular in a lot of other places, but was it just the most imperfect timing ever, because you had this incredible song, you had this incredible music video, but you are on the tail end of people caring about MTV, but you are also simultaneously before YouTube and the social media. You're right in that gap. And keep in mind, Matt, I don't know, by 2003, less than 2 years, are we still in the post 9/11 funk of like people not being ready for uplifting, happy music?
I don't know. I would have to look at what the charts were looking like in 2003 real quick.
I can tell you.
Yeah, what were like for that year or even just that week, like what were we rocking?
I think I might be wrong about that. I think that by 2003 people were ready for like happy party music, because that week the number one song was Where Is the Love from Black Eyed Peas featuring Justin Timberlake. Number 2 was Crazy in Love from Beyonce featuring Jay-Z. 3 was Miss Independent from Kelly Clarkson. Are You Happy Now from Michelle Branch was at number 4. Rock With You from Ashanti at 5. Shake Your Tail Feather from Nelly, P. Diddy, and Murphy Lee at 6. Unwell from Matchbox 20 at 7. I mean, Bring Me to Life from Evanescence at 9. And then as far as like stuff like there did start to be that sort of like pop punk that would be featured in a Looney Tunes movie style music, like Addicted from Simple Plan was 18. Girls and Boys from Good Charlotte at 14. Punk Rock 101 from Bowling for Soup at number 38. So there was that going on too. So
you know what? I would argue that you might be right though, that it was still that we were getting there, because I'm looking at the Billboard, just the list of what were number one songs throughout 2003 and 2004. And I think at the end of 2003, Outkast's Hey Ya becomes the number one song in America. And I feel like that to me is like the official moment of like, we can make joyful music again, because following Hey Ya, you then get Yeah by Usher featuring Lil Jon and Ludacris. You get, scrolling down a little bit further, but you get like Drop It Like It's Hot from Snoop Dogg. Like you're starting to get a lot more of these like party anthems hitting number one pretty regularly. So maybe they just missed the boat on both ends, really.
I don't understand how, look, I love Hey Ya.
Yeah.
I don't understand how in a world where Hey Ya is an enormous song, that Move Your Feet isn't at least close.
It is really a conundrum. It's like, it's baffling. And I think the other thing though is, if you had asked me when this song came out, I would have guessed almost a whole decade later.
Oh.
Like, I think in my mind, this song got bigger in the later years. I think this song became bigger after Junior and Senior stopped being a band, because of stuff like Just Dance and like these, like you start to get into these like at home dance games, similarly to how like Rock Band kind of brought back a lot of songs that were maybe like minor hits became like huge songs for people. We talked about Dragon Force, right? Like that song didn't do dog shit on the charts, but then all of a sudden Guitar Hero comes out, and anybody who's ever played a rhythm game knows Dragon Force. I feel like this song got a second life as those like Dance Dance Revolution and similar games started coming out, because it's such a perfect song for one of those games.
Yeah.
And then it starts showing up in like, you know, like I said, the Trolls movies or all these other, like I'm curious to see if we were to look at it, was there like a big surge in 2003, 2004 of this stuff, this being in pop culture, and then a lull, and then later on it just starts showing up in everything for like 15 years. Like I'm going to try to look that up real quick, because I'm curious if there was like a dip in its popularity.
Yeah, I'm sure that this, because we're talking about this song on One Hit Thunder when it wasn't actually like a hit. It went to number 94 then. So at least based on charts, it wasn't a hit, but it's kind of like in retrospect, yes, this is absolutely a hit. This is absolutely the jam. So
yeah,
just one of those situations. Now, they did have some momentum at that point. I mean, especially their success in other countries in Europe. And they released their second album, Hey, Hey, My, Yo, Yo, in August of 2005. But it wasn't released in the United States until 2007. Now, maybe the case here is they were concentrating more on Europe. And
that's possible. I am. So this is wild. I guess we got to give some credit to Trolls here. So I'm looking at the IMDb soundtrack credits for Move Your Feet. And it shows up in 2003 in that Looney Tunes movie. It shows up again when we get to like White Chicks in 2004 and How to Eat Fried Worms in 2006 and Forgetting Sarah Marshall in 2008. Then the song doesn't get used at all after 2008 until the first Trolls movie comes out in 2016. And then it shows up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different things over 10 years.
Okay.
After Trolls. So I think that Trolls bump really made everyone go like, oh man, I forgot about how good this song was.
All right.
And then it's showing up in everything.
Well, it completely annihilated my point earlier about being in something cool because look, if you like Trolls, no offense, but I can't think of anything less cool than Trolls.
I think it's more the circumstance of 2003. Let's say you're a senior in high school. It's a song you vaguely remember. 13 years later, you have a kid, and that kid becomes obsessed with Trolls. And all of a sudden, this song that you like vaguely remember liking during high school is like re-entered your life because I'm not sure if you ever hung out with children, Chris, but boy, will they watch the same movie over and over and over again. And you're just like, oh shit, yeah, this song, I'm so excited that I am reminded how good this song is. And I'm sure that goes with people who are making TV shows being like, oh shit, I forgot how much I liked Junior Senior. Like I can see how the snowball effect takes place in a post Trolls situation.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to talk about their second album a little bit. Hey, Hey, My, Yo, Yo album. It was released in the United States in 2007. The first single from that is Itch You Can't Scratch. I think that song's okay, but another single from this album, Take My Time, features Cindy and Kate from the B-52s. I love this song.
Yeah.
I added this.
I know you messaged me and was like, this is their best song besides Move Your Feet.
Oh.
And I was like, hell yeah, it is.
It's so good. And another great music video. It looks like it's all done in color Sharpies. And you could tell so much effort went into this music video. I love it. I love like the creative, this and the Move Your Feet music videos. You know, once again, in a world where I'm scared of what people are going to use to create music video and not use truly artistic people's talents to make things, I just extra appreciate how cool these music videos are. There's a song on another song I like on this second album. It's called Can I Get, that was used in Ugly Betty, Caveman, Castle, Eastbound and Down. It was in the movie What Happens in Vegas. Here's a real thing that, 2 albums in a row. One is called Don't Stop the Beat. One is called Hey, Hey, My, Yo, Yo. They love doing like the stutter hiccup type thing because this Can I Get song is, I hope if I can get the melody in my head, it's Can I get to know you better baby? Can I get to know you better baby? It's something along those lines. And it's just, they love doing that, repeating the same syllable multiple times in a row. That is used so much across both of these full-length albums. And I think that's like their thing.
I love it, though. because in this one, beyond the like repeated chorus that like can't stop, won't stop, don't stop the beat, can't stop, do stop. Like, it's like, oh fuck, man, I just want to dance.
Yeah. So, and I would highly suggest there's a YouTube, the making of Hey Hey My Yo Yo on YouTube.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for sending me that. That was an awesome watch.
Yeah, it's just lots of clips of them in the studio in both Sweden, and then they recorded part of it at Muscle Shoals. I guess to a certain extent, I'm picturing like the home studio recording situation or a lot, but like, no, they are in beautiful studios. They hired the Velvets to do a bunch of backing vocals on this album when they were at Muscle Shoals. Now, the Velvets were a girl group on Motown in the 60s. Their biggest hit was a song called Needle in a Haystack in 1964. It only peaked at number 45. But obviously, like, if you're a girl group on Motown in the 60s, you got pipes.
You're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sing.
So they're using them on a whole bunch of tracks on this album. Le Tigre is on this album. Kathleen Hanna does vocals on a song. Obviously, the B-52s. So it's just a lot of cool people involved in this second album. And I think other than Move Your Feet, I definitely like the second album way more.
I only was able to get halfway through it, but that was just from a timing stance. I was really enjoying what I was listening to on that one.
It might grow on me a little bit, that first album. There was just some of the more garagey stuff I found a little bit repetitive.
Yeah, it was just shocking. It was a shocking, not what I had at all anticipated this band being when I dove into that first album. Which that could be it too. Honestly, we're talking about all these theories, but like in 2002, if you're hearing Don't Move Your Feet and you're really into it, this album might not actually be giving you what you expected the rest of the album to give you.
Yeah, that could be it. But Matt, by 2008, Junior and Senior split to pursue solo projects, but they did release the EP Say Hello, Wave Goodbye before they did. Before we get to our final thoughts on Junior Senior, because that's it. That is the course of the Junior Senior story there, because they never got back together or anything like that. Unless you found something that I didn't see anything about a reunion.
No, they did some of their own solo music at that point, and I think Senior had something to do with Lady Gaga's Born This Way. I don't know if he I saw he was associated with that song. I didn't understand on what level.
Well, Matt, go ahead and give yourself 2 points, because that was one of the questions. So Jeppe Larsen, aka Senior of Junior Senior, co-wrote the 2011 title track from the second studio album of What Pop Star. This song sold more than 1 million copies in 5 days, earning the Guinness World Record for fastest selling single on iTunes. You already got it. You already got 2 points, Matt. That's Lady Gaga's Born This Way. So Senior, and look, Senior is the one who I said isn't the very good singer of the two, but definitely a good songwriter. So Senior definitely had massive success after Junior Senior.
And now I got to check, and sure enough, Homeboy is now a credited writer on a Weird Al Yankovic song. Because Al did perform this way.
Right. All right, Matt, you want the other 6 questions since I'm giving you 2 to start?
I'm off to a good start. I'm going to say 10 points.
Okay. All right. The London-based directing team Shinola, who are responsible for the Move Your Feet music video, also created the 2005 music video for the song E-Pro by who?
Beck.
You got it. All right.
Love that song. Love that video.
Well, same people that made the Move Your Feet video.
Hell yeah.
All right. You got a perfect score going. You got 4 points, Matt. Move Your Feet is featured on the soundtrack of the 2006 film How to Eat Fried Worms, which features what actor as Uncle Ed Sims?
I've never seen How to Eat Fried Worms. I remember the book. Give me the multiple choice, and maybe I worked at a video store at this time, so maybe something will trigger for me.
So who played Uncle Ed Sims in How to Eat Fried Worms? A. Bruce Campbell. B. Bill Moseley. C. Clint Howard. Or D. Jeffrey Combs?
Man, those are all... I think Clint Howard.
You got it. Yep.
Yeah!
You better get that. For anyone who doesn't know.
I know. I interviewed him for an hour.
Yeah. And for anyone who doesn't know who Clint Howard is, it's Ron Howard's brother, a.k.a. the star of Ice Cream Man.
Which was the first podcast you and I ever recorded together.
That's right. All right.
Yeah.
Junior Senior Rhythm Bandits was featured on the soundtrack to EA Sports FIFA 2004. The soundtrack also features the song Myxomatosis by what band?
A, I have no clue, so I'm definitely going to need multiple choice. But B, as you were asking that question, I was like, I wonder how little Chris thinks I know about sports, and if your question was going to be, what sport would this game be? Send me the multiple choice, Chris.
Okay, the soundtrack on EA Sports FIFA 2004 features the song Myxomatosis by what band? A. Radiohead. B. Muse. C. Portishead. Or D. Coldplay?
You know, in my head, my first thought was Muse. But then you also said Coldplay, who's very, like, I don't know, Muse coded at that time. But I know what albums they had out by then. It wouldn't be Coldplay. I'm going to go with my gut and say Muse. That was going to be my not getting multiple choice guess.
Sorry, Matt. It's actually Radiohead.
Wow. Radiohead gave their song to FIFA?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you got to figure these British guys like soccer.
That is true. That is true.
All right. You got 5 points still. The album Don't Stop the Beat from Junior Senior was released on March 4th, 2002, one day before the album The Second Stage Turbine Blade by what band?
Coheed and Cambria.
There you go, Matt. You're up to,
all right.
You're up to 7. Who covered Shake Your Coconuts as the first set opener for the first night of a 13-night Baker's Dozen residency at Madison Square Garden on July 21st, 2017?
I don't think I'm going to reach my 10 because I definitely need multiple choice on this. Multiple choice, please.
So as a reminder, who covered Shake Your Coconuts as the first set opener for the first night of a 13-night residency at Madison Square Garden on July 21st, 2017? A,
okay.
The Grateful Dead. B, Fish. C, Lady Gaga. Or D, Billy Joel?
So again, the hilarious thing is that I thought Billy Joel right away. But then I was like, would Billy Joel do this song? And as much as I really want that answer to be yes, and if the answer is yes, I will be looking up the video of that performance immediately. This feels like a Fish move to me.
You got it.
So I'm going to go with B, Fish.
You got it. Wow. All right. You got 8 points.
All right.
All right. Move Your Feet was Britain's 16th best-selling single of 2003. Britain's number 1 selling single of 2003 was Where Is the Love by who?
Oh, well, I mean, we mentioned this earlier, and man, was this song everywhere. It's the Black Eyed Peas featuring Justin Timberlake.
There you go, Matt. You got 10. I didn't realize that. When I made that question, I didn't realize I had already said that was the number one. Was that the number 1 song at that moment?
Yeah, at least you know I'm paying attention, Chris.
That's
I'm
right.
not just zoning out when you talk.
That's right. All right. Junior, senior, Matt, how you feel?
I'm going to give this Thundred, honestly.
Thundred? Thundred?
Sorry. Thunder.
Okay.
I think once you get over the shock of the rest of their music not really sounding like Move Your Feet as much. Not that it's like a whole other world. It's not like they're like a death metal band suddenly. But I think that once you get past that their vibe isn't fully what you expected off of the song Move Your Feet, I do think that there's plenty of really fun, upbeat tunes here. I would absolutely listen to Junior Senior again. I don't think that this was like a one and done for me. So, I mean, this is about as thunder as it's been in a while for me, for an artist. I was really glad we did a deep dive like this.
Yeah, I think that if Junior Senior had kept going, and, you know, in your second album, you got Kate and Cindy from the B-52s, you got Kathleen Hanna, you're moving in a cool indie world there, that if they'd have stayed together and kept making music, I feel like this band would be headlining Coachella and like putting out
100%.
Like maybe they would have rose at that point in the early 2010s. I always talk about when a lot of bands that I would put them in the same bucket as hit their peak. I could see them being huge. I could see them touring with Phoenix. I just think that a totally timing thing. And hey, it ended up working out, at least for Senior. I mean, if you're co-writing Born This Way, one of the biggest pop songs ever, then it's not like a failure. And especially with Move Your Feet still being a part of the culture. Yeah, they're absolutely thunder. In fact, I added songs other than Move Your Feet to my playlist. So that doesn't always happen that I mean, that's the whole point of this show, right? I mean, sure, there are episodes where it's the complete opposite and we have a laugh at the expense of who we're talking about. But today we are celebrating Junior Senior, and I highly encourage our listeners to do the same today.
This has been One Hit Thunder. One Hit Thunder is hosted by Chris Afalios of the band Punchline and produced by Matt Kelly of Geekscape.net. Underneath me, you're hearing Somewhere to Land off the Punchline album of the same name. Go to punchlinemusic.com for their music, some merch, and future tour dates. Our podcast is on Patreon, so find us at patreon.com/OHT podcast for early access to our episodes, bonus conversations, and a chance to vote on a future song for us to cover. Plus, support the show by buying some merch at our merch store, onehithunder.dashery.com. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe to us on any podcasting app, and tune in next week for more One Hit Thunder.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.